Today, we're delving into a profound aspect of Neville Goddard's teachings that can revolutionize how you manifest your desires. It's a simple yet potent technique that Neville often spoke about, one that holds the key to unlocking the abundance of the universe. So, let's dive right in. Have you ever felt like there's something you desire deeply, but you're not sure how to manifest it? Maybe it's a dream job, a loving relationship, or financial abundance. Whatever it may be, Neville teaches us that nothing will be denied to us if we know how to ask the universe correctly. Neville really stressed how strong our imagination is. He said we can change our lives just by thinking differently. This means that what we believe and imagine can make a big difference in what happens to us. When we want something to happen, Neville said we have to ask the universe in a special way. It's like sending a message out to the world, but it has to be done in a certain way to work. So, how do we ask the universe in the right way? Neville talked about a few important things we need to do. First, we have to be clear about what we want. It's like placing an order at a restaurant. If you're not clear about what you want, you might end up with something you don't like. So, take some time to think about what you really want in your life. Once you're clear about your desire, Neville said you have to believe it's possible. This is really important because if you don't believe it can happen, it probably won't. So, have faith in yourself and in the universe's ability to make things happen. Next, Neville said we have to feel as though our desire has already come true. This means imagining what it would be like to have what you want and feeling the joy and gratitude that comes with it. It's like practicing for the feeling you'll have when your desire comes true. Another thing Neville talked about was being persistent. Sometimes, things don't happen right away, and that's okay. Keep asking the universe for what you want, and trust that it will happen in the right time. Neville also said we have to let go of any doubts or fears we might have. These negative thoughts can block our desires from coming true. So, try to stay positive and keep believing that what you want is on its way to you. Finally, Neville said we have to be open to receiving our desire in whatever way it comes. Sometimes, the universe has a different plan for us than we expect, and that's okay. Stay open-minded and trust that everything will work out for the best. Alright, let's dive into how Neville tells us to ask the universe in a way that gets our wishes granted. It's pretty cool, actually. So, Neville says that the universe listens to what we imagine in our minds. Yep, you heard that right. It's like our thoughts are little messengers that go out and tell the universe what we want. Now, here's the trick. When we imagine our desires as if they've already come true, that's when the magic happens. It's like we're planting tiny seeds of manifestation in our minds. Think about it like this. Imagine you want a new bike. Instead of just thinking, I want a new bike, Neville says you've got to imagine yourself already riding that shiny new bike. Feel the wind in your hair, hear the wheels spinning, smell the fresh air, really picture it like it's happening right now. When you do that, you're sending a super clear message to the universe. You're saying, hey universe, this is what I want, and I want it now. And guess what? The universe listens. It starts working its magic to bring your desire into reality. But here's the thing, you've got to keep imagining it, over and over again. The more you picture your desire as already fulfilled, the stronger the message you're sending to the universe. It's like you're saying, I really want this. Here's something important Neville taught us. It's not just about imagining what we want once and then forgetting about it. Nope, that won't do. Neville says we've got to keep at it. We've got to be persistent. So, what does that mean? Well, persistence means we keep on imagining our desires over and over again until they actually happen in real life. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't just plant it and then ignore it, right? No way. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you make sure it's got everything it needs to grow. It's the same with our desires. We've got to keep nurturing them until they grow into reality. Neville said that our subconscious mind is like a garden. And just like a garden, it needs constant care and attention. So, we've got to keep planting the seeds of our desires in our minds, and keep watering them with our thoughts and beliefs. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But what if it takes a long time for my desires to come true? Well, Neville said that's okay. Sometimes, things don't happen right away, and that's normal. We've just got to keep at it, keep imagining, keep believing, and eventually, our desires will start to bloom. Persistence is all about staying focused and not giving up, even when things seem tough. It's like running a race. You've got to keep going, even when you're tired, even when you feel like giving up. Because if you keep going, if you keep pushing forward, you'll eventually reach the finish line. Neville often talked about something really important. He said that it's not just about thinking about what we want. It's also about feeling as if we already have it. This might seem a bit strange at first, but it's actually really powerful. You see, our thoughts are like seeds that we plant in the garden of our minds. But it's the feelings that come with those thoughts that make them grow. Imagine if you planted seeds in dry, cracked soil. They wouldn't have much of a chance to grow, would they? But if you planted those same seeds in rich, fertile soil, they would have everything they need to grow big and strong. It's the same with our thoughts. When we think about our desires and feel as if they've already been fulfilled, it's like planting those thoughts in rich, fertile soil. They have the best possible chance of coming true. So, how do we cultivate this feeling of already having our desires? One way is through imagination. Close your eyes and imagine what it would be like to have your desires come true. Picture yourself living the life you've always dreamed of, and really feel the emotions that come with it. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude, all of it. Another way is through gratitude. Take a moment each day to think about all the things you're grateful for in your life. When we focus on what we already have, it creates a feeling of abundance. And when we feel abundant, it's easier to attract even more abundance into our lives. Affirmations can also help. Repeat positive statements to yourself that affirm the reality you want to create. For example, you could say, "I am grateful for all the abundance in my life." Or, "I am deserving of all the love and success that comes my way." By repeating these affirmations regularly, you're reinforcing positive beliefs and programming your mind for success. Visualization is another powerful tool. Set aside some time each day to visualize your desires as if they've already come true. Picture yourself achieving your goals, and really feel the emotions associated with that reality. The more vividly you can visualize and feel your desires, the more powerfully you'll attract them into your life. So, how do we cultivate this feeling of already having our desires? Neville teaches us that we must enter into a state akin to sleep, a state where our conscious mind is quieted, and our subconscious mind is open and receptive. When we reach this special state, it's like we're stepping into a realm of magic. It's a place where our desires can take root and blossom into reality with incredible strength. Neville called it feeling the wish fulfilled. And it's a state where we feel as though our desires have already come true. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling a deep sense of joy and gratitude because you already have everything you've ever wanted. You're surrounded by abundance, love, and success. Your heart is overflowing with happiness because your deepest desires have already been fulfilled. In this state, our subconscious minds become like fertile soil, ready to receive the seeds of our desires. When we immerse ourselves in the feelings of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment, we're impressing our desires upon our subconscious with even greater potency. Think of it like planting a garden. When the soil is rich and fertile, the seeds we plant are more likely to take root and grow into beautiful flowers. Similarly, when our subconscious minds are filled with positive emotions and beliefs, our desires are more likely to manifest in our lives. But how do we reach this state of feeling the wish fulfilled? It starts with imagination. Close your eyes and visualize your desires as if they've already come true. Picture yourself living the life you've always dreamed of, experiencing all the joy, abundance, and success you desire. As you immerse yourself in this visualization, allow yourself to feel the emotions associated with having your desires fulfilled. Feel the warmth of gratitude spreading through your body. Feel the excitement and joy bubbling up inside you. Let yourself bask in the fulfillment of your deepest desires. It's important to note that feeling the wish fulfilled isn't about pretending or forcing yourself to feel something you don't genuinely feel. It's about tapping into the genuine emotions of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment that naturally arise when we envision our desires coming true. Neville often emphasized the power of living in the end. Instead of focusing on the how or when of our desires manifesting, we should focus on the end result, the feeling of already having our desires fulfilled. When we live in the end, we're aligning ourselves with the reality we want to create, and we're inviting that reality to manifest in our lives. So, how can we cultivate this state of feeling the wish fulfilled in our daily lives? One powerful technique is to practice gratitude. Take a few moments each day to reflect on all the things you're grateful for in your life. Whether it's your health, your loved ones, or the opportunities that come your way, focusing on gratitude can help shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. Another technique is to use affirmations. Repeat positive affirmations that affirm the reality you want to create. For example, you could say, "I am grateful for the abundance that flows into my life." Or, "I am worthy of all the love and success that comes my way." By repeating these affirmations regularly, you're reinforcing positive beliefs and programming your subconscious mind for success. Finally, visualization is a powerful tool for feeling the wish fulfilled. Set aside time each day to visualize your desires as if they've already come true. Imagine yourself living the life you've always dreamed of, and allow yourself to feel the emotions associated with that reality. The more vividly you can visualize and feel your desires, the more powerful the impression you'll make on your subconscious mind. But what if you're struggling to believe that your desires are possible? Neville teaches us that faith is essential. We must have unwavering faith that our desires will manifest, even in the face of doubt and uncertainty. Neville teaches us something truly remarkable. The universe is full of abundance. There's plenty for everyone, and no one needs to go without. It's like a vast, endless ocean, overflowing with possibilities and opportunities. When we truly understand and believe in this abundance, amazing things start to happen. Imagine the universe as a grand banquet table, overflowing with all sorts of delicious dishes. There's more than enough food for everyone to eat to their heart's content. Similarly, the universe is overflowing with opportunities, resources, and blessings. There's an abundance of love, joy, success, and prosperity waiting for each and every one of us. But here's the thing: in order to partake in this abundance, we need to align ourselves with this truth. We need to shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of dwelling on what we lack, we need to focus on the boundless opportunities that surround us. One of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal is our imagination. Neville understood the incredible power of our imagination to shape our reality. When we visualize our desires as already fulfilled, we're tapping into the creative power of the universe. We're sending out a clear signal to the cosmos about what we want to manifest in our lives. When we trust in the power of our imagination, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. We start to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles. We attract positive experiences and abundance into our lives like a magnet. And the best part? When we align ourselves with the truth of the universe's abundance, and trust in the power of our imagination, nothing will be denied to us. The universe is like a loving parent, eager to grant us our deepest desires. All we have to do is ask with an open heart and unwavering faith. So, as you go about your day, remember to ask the universe for what you desire with confidence and conviction. Visualize your desires as already fulfilled, feel the joy of their manifestation, and have unwavering faith that they will come to pass. We are taught to suspect everything, not only our society, but also religious groups teach people to endure pain in order to learn and grow. And we are forced to accept all the facts of life, even if they produce feelings of pain, unrest, or suffering. But we can change our feelings by changing our perceptions and perspective. You know, the law of assumption says if we have different assumptions and different thoughts, we will experience something different. So changing our imagination, thoughts, and perception can change how we feel or experience things. As you can see, the law of assumption teaches the exact opposite of what most religious or spiritual groups teach. In the manifesting community, we are taught that regardless of who we are, what we do, and where we live, we can experience what we want to experience, and we can be whoever we want to be just by changing how we assume. We are told, the manifesting community, that we can have everything in the world and manifest whatever we want. Everything belongs to us. We are everything. We are gods who create our own reality. Nothing can change us, nothing can affect our lives, and nothing can force us to do what we don't want to do. But you see, on the other hand, our society teaches us about luck, fate, and facts. We are forced to accept who we are, we are forced to accept things as they are. And we are taught to think about what other people think. It can occasionally seem as though we are deluding ourselves, or as though it is all too good to be true when we claim to prior experiences that run counter to these lovely realities. Instead of letting ourselves relax in the knowledge that we already have all we desire, it is simpler to accept the world as it is, and to believe that we must work hard to achieve our goals. This is where building faith and our awareness of God and gaining a deeper understanding of where our desires spring from comes into play. Here I would like to include one of Neville Goddard's quotes. He says, "Look upon your desires as the spoken words of God and every word of the prophecy of that which you are capable of being. Do not question whether you are worthy or unworthy to realize these desires. Accept them as they come to you. Give thanks to them as though they were gifts. Feel happy and grateful for having received such wonderful gifts, then go your way in peace." In simpler words, Neville Goddard actually says that our faith is our fortune. What do we think will happen to us? What we believe will become our reality. And our thoughts affect our lives the most. And our desires come from God within us. And what you see in the 3D world, such as a lack of evidence for what you want to manifest, has no effect on whether you manifest your desire or not. It means the 3D world doesn't determine our fate. The 3D world doesn't affect our lives in any way. We decide what we want to experience and who we want to be. Only you select what reality you want to experience, and you allow whatever happens in your life to happen. So you have got all the power, you have got all the energy, and nothing can prevent you from doing whatever you want to do. But it is another fact that believing this and assuming this is much more difficult. Although it seems easier, it really is difficult because our minds are trained to accept things only if they have got some evidence. If there is no evidence, our minds don't accept that thing. Is especially hard to believe for a specific person. If you want to manifest a specific person in your life, you will not easily believe that you can just attract that person into your life just by your thoughts. For some reason, this specific person has left you and now you are fighting an old story from your past. But when you believe that our desires are the spoken words of God, and that we are one with everyone, everything, then we start to transcend the part of us that wants to question whether we are worthy of what we want, or whether we are doing the right thing. You also have to remember that your desires and whatever you think don't only serve you, but they also serve other people whom you interact with in any way. So regardless of whether you want to be in a relationship with someone, get a job you've always wanted, or experience something new, always believe that whatever you want is in the best interests of everyone close to you, or with whom you interact. You know that you are God, and you need to remember that God never makes a mistake. If your inner self desires something, it means you are capable of manifesting your desire. If you can think of something, you can get it too. Everything that comes into your mind isn't out of your reach. Because your desires are God-given and God makes no mistake. And when you know that your desires are God-given, then why do you need to have faith and persist in them? Let me say, if you don't believe in your desire, it means you unintentionally believe that you are not God. For God, everything is possible. The words faith and perseverance might sound like we need to do some sort of work to receive our desires. But it is actually quite the contrary. Having faith in what you want and what you desire. Neville Goddard said, "If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Everything that comes into your mind in the form of an idea or thought is possible for you. And if you can imagine it to be yours, it will be yours." This is what the law of assumption says. And this technique actually works on the principle of the law of assumption. Here in this technique, you will make positive assumptions about your desire because according to Neville Goddard, assumptions hardened into facts. You just have to believe that your assumptions are true. In the manifesting community, assumptions and imagination have great importance, and they are often discussed. Our actions are the result of our thoughts. So if we make positive assumptions about our desires, we will take positive action, and ultimately, we will manifest whatever our desires are. Well, let me now discuss the technique step by step. The first step involves knowing your desire. Ask yourself what your desire is, and know the reason for it so as to get clear on it. When you know the reason behind your desire, it helps you better understand yourself and makes the best use of your imagination. You might have many desires, but here you need to decide what is best for you. Here you may get confused. But as I have told you, you should know the reason for each of your desires so that you can make a better decision. Let's say you want to manifest money. Why do you want to manifest money? What do you want to spend your money on? What do you want to buy using the money you want to manifest? This is how you get clear on your desire. And it is crucial because it helps you discover more of your desires. You want to manifest money. That means you want to buy a house, or you want to buy a car, or you want to start some business. You need to look into the details of your desire and inspect it from every aspect. Using this technique, you can manifest any of your desires, but as you know, you manifest using the power of your thoughts. You create thoughts and they become reality. So when you try to manifest many things at the same time, your mind gets confused. You are saying you want money, you are saying you want a job, you are craving love, and you also need a new house. All of it will make up your mind confused. So you should use this technique to manifest one desire at a time, and once one of your desires is manifested, you can use it for another. Otherwise, if you try to manifest multiple desires using this technique, you will get confused or your manifestation will take longer. So you have to decide what is the first desire that you want to manifest, and you have to get clear on it by inspecting it. This is the first step towards manifesting your desire. So when you are done with this step, you will love moving on to the second step. This step involves writing your intentions in the form of affirmations. Simply take a piece of paper and write your affirmations on it. I recommend using small sticky notes. Now, what is the best method for writing your intentions? You have to act as if you have manifested your desire. It has been done and now you are living it. For example, you desire to manifest a specific amount of money. Now you need to assume that you have manifested money. So in that situation, what should your affirmations be? So in that case, your affirmation should be like, I have manifested money. I have manifested $2,000. Or let's say you want to manifest a job. In that case, your affirmation should be something like, I'm thankful because I've gotten the job I desired. So that's how you can make affirmations and write them on a piece of paper or some sticky notes. The purpose of these affirmations is to remind you again and again that you have manifested so that your mind can believe it. You can put these affirmations on the wallpaper of your smartphone so that you can see them every time you check them. You can fix these sticky notes to the mirror of your bathroom so that whenever you go in and take a bath, you can read them again and again. You can fix these sticky notes somewhere in your bedroom, or even in your office in a place where you can see them most of the time. The main idea is to make your mind believe that you have manifested your dream, and this is the easiest and quickest method that requires almost no extra work. Well, now you can also speak these affirmations loudly when you are alone. You can say these affirmations to yourself at any time of the day when you are free. You can even write them down in your diary each day. When you do and repeat them each day, they will get imprinted in your mind and your mind will start believing that you have manifested your desires. You can combine affirmations with visualizations. The use of visualizations is a very powerful way to convince your mind that you have manifested your desire. Now the question is how you can use visualizations along with affirmations. Here simply you will imagine that you have manifested your desire and you feel it real. You can create an imaginary scene if you want at any time of the day. You can imagine it. For example, if you wish to manifest a large amount of money, you can imagine a scene in which you receive a message on your smartphone. You unlock your smartphone, and as you read the message, your face glows because your bank account has been credited with $5,000. You take your debit card and go shopping. You buy all the things you want to buy. You pay your bills. You go to your favorite club and enjoy. You're not only imagined it, but you make it all real, and you become happy. Feeling it real is the main part of the process. Remember that if you can't feel your visualizations is real, you can't manifest your desire. If you have any sort of doubt or negative thought, you will not be able to manifest your desire, because negative thoughts keep you from manifesting your desire. It is necessary to visualize your desire with emotions and feelings. Because emotions have feelings, make your mind believe easily. Visualize each time for at least 10 minutes. Whatever scene you have written, visualize it again and again until your mind starts believing it. In the beginning, of course, your mind will resist. But when you keep imagining a scene again and again loaded with emotions and feelings, it will start believing it. The moment your mind believes it to be real, your desire will be externalized in physical form. Whenever you decide to visualize your desire, make sure you are calm and alone. And there is nobody to distract you. You will cut yourself off from the world when you visualize your desire and feel yourself a part of that scene. How does it feel when you receive a message on your smartphone, notifying you that your account has been credited? $5,000? How do you feel when you repay your loans? How does it feel when you pay your bills and buy all the things that you wanted to buy? You have to deeply feel those emotions and internalize them. Let me say that once you internalize these feelings, your desire will automatically be externalized. Neville Goddard says that if you can create something in your imagination, you can easily create something in your 3D world. Because the actual world is your imagination and the world outside of you is the reflection of your inner world. Even the people in your life and around you are your reflection. If you want them to behave differently toward you, you will have to change yourself, and their behavior will automatically change. You are the master of your life and the master of the whole world. Your whole life is the creation of your thoughts. The events that occurred in your life are created by your thoughts. And he says that when you imagine something, it becomes the mirror of your imagination. The fact is that life brings us only those experiences that match our belief system, because it is a law that exists everywhere. No matter what your belief is, life will bring you hundreds of evidence to strengthen it. So now you have to believe that your desire has been manifested and that you are living it even though it hasn't been manifested. When it becomes your belief, it is externalized into the outer world, and you start experiencing it in your real life. So now here's this technique. You have got to take some sticky notes, write your intentions on them and fix them in your home, in your bedroom, or somewhere in your home and in your office. You can read these affirmations aloud whenever you see them so that your affirmations can get passed on to your subconscious mind. And you can make this process effective by combining it with the use of visualizations. And affirmations are the two most effective ways of putting your desired thoughts in your mind. Affirmations are only words, but when you combine them with visuals, they work beyond your expectations. So this is the whole process, and it takes a few days if you are consistent and believe positively about your desire. No matter what your desire is, you can use this simple technique to attract and materialize it in your life. Your beliefs will materialize your desire into the external world in physical form. If you have a big desire, you must be more consistent because it may take longer. And if you don't believe positively in it, it is never going to happen. The 3D world you live in represents your own self, and you always have the option to have a different life. If for now you are suffering from pain, anxiety, or depression, you can easily get rid of it. What Neville Goddard says is a new reality is just a thought away. Just think from a different perspective. Act upon a different idea and see how things change. You know that a single thought can change your life. So you need to work on your thoughts and monitor them. The main purpose of the method that I've shared with you here is to change your thoughts. You manifested your current life because of your thoughts. Remember that you are always in control of your reality, rather than thinking it is what happens to you. And it all helps you focus on your present moment, rather than worrying about your future. The answer you have been looking for years is within you. When you want somebody to behave well towards you, have to change yourself, because the behavior of others is a reflection of your own. If you want to change others' behavior towards you, you have to change your behavior first. If somebody behaves towards you in a non-ideal way, don't react to it in a bad way. You can simply change their behavior by reacting in a particular way. Visualize a situation in which they are behaving the way you want. It doesn't necessarily mean you are controlling them. When you change how you react to them, they will also change their behavior, because the world is a reflection of you. So you can employ this philosophy to manifest everything you want. When you know how to change your perspective, and you dare to change your mindset, then you can manifest your desired outcome. This phrase is really amazing. And it has helped a lot of people in the world to change their mindset in order to change their reality. Everything that happens to you is linked to your mindset and your imagination. You know, many people in their lives keep on suffering due to their own actions and decisions. But if they try to fix their imagination, they can come out of the bad situation. It's an easy process. If you do this, you will see instant results. In most cases, the majority of situations, circumstances, and experiences are a result of our actions, behaviors, mentality, imagination, thoughts, and opinions. So in some cases, our imagination is the main suffering or problem for us. If we change our perspective and opinion, we will get rid of what we are suffering from. Remember that it all starts with your imagination. You are the master of your life and the creator of your reality. If you don't change yourself, you will keep on suffering. A new life with new experiences is just a step away. It involves changing your imagination. So take that first step and shift your reality. Now, before we finish the video, let's hear two of the most famous Neville Goddard's quotes that will make us understand more about this topic. Change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Do not try to change people.